Retire as champion!
Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about unpredictable movement. Learning how to attack a position that is under cover from fire from an enemy team, whether it be a sniper or a fire in the air, or how to retreat effectively when somebody is chasing you from distance. Essentially, we want to talk about how to avoid being tracked, whether it's being tracked from the scope of a Widowmaker or being tracked by Pharah from distance with their rockets trying to lead ahead of where you're going to be. Pretty much any class that relies on tracking player movements, you want to learn how to avoid their tracking. This means you need to make your movements as unpredictable as possible. If you're moving to a point of cover and you hear a Widowmaker shot behind you or a Pharah's rocket explosion behind you, or you know that any enemy is tracking your movement from a distance and waiting for you to come out of that cover on the other side, many times you'll want to double back on yourself. They'll move their scope ahead of where they think you're going to emerge. Doubling back doesn't allow them to lead their shot, and most times they'll miss. This tactic of feinting one direction, doubling back and attacking from a different direction can really add to your overall unpredictability. Basic extension of this is never attacking twice from the same direction, mixing it up each time you respawn and not allowing the defense to get into a comfortable position of foiling your forward momentum towards a capture point. The most basic, obvious advice when advancing on a position under fire is don't run in a straight line. Make your movements erratic, move from left to right, cut your movements halfway down a hallway, then zig back to the left. Make it as unpredictable as possible. Put yourself in the shoes of the person trying to hit you from range. You don't want to make it easy on them. You know that if they're able to get a bead on your head, they can line you up and just take you out. But unpredictable movement doesn't just apply to attacking a position. This also applies to retreating or flanking. When attackers are trying to close in on your position, forcing you to pull back or forcing you to run to a health pack, many times the faster classes will actually try to track you down, knowing that you're low health, trying to get the easy kill. Don't make it easy on them. If you duck into a building for cover or to get a health pack that's located inside, don't immediately emerge on the other side. They'll be waiting for you. If a Tracer or a Genji is only 2 or 3 steps behind you and you know that they'll catch up to you if you continue through the building, don't keep your back turned and try to make it through. You know that they'll catch you. Instead, quickly turn the corner and try to get the jump on them with a melee attack or try to wait for them to walk by and then cut back behind where they came out of. Make your movements unpredictable. Don't allow them to get the jump on you because they are the faster class. Use cover to your advantage. The basic rule of thumb, as you get to learn these maps inside and out, knowing the distance from point A to point B, how long it takes you to get there, what the fastest route, the fastest course of action is to get from this area to this area, you want to take that knowledge and twist it. When you come under fire, you know that the enemy is using his knowledge of the map to try to anticipate your movements. So you want to go counter to that. You want to take the least effective route. You want to take the route that they are not going to anticipate that you're going to take, because plan A for them is going to be leading their shots based on what the fastest, most efficient route is. Essentially, you want to build your unpredictable movement around countering anticipation. You want to make it so that an enemy has a hard time anticipating what you're going to do. A small part of you actually needs to embrace the chaos in these situations. Adding a small element of controlled randomness can many times save your life when enemies are prepared for you to make certain actions and you end up not making those actions. As you start to get more comfortable with making your movements as unpredictable as possible, you're going to end up extending your life longer and longer and being able to rack up more kills as you're able to delve deeper into enemy territory without being taken out early.